Hi, please do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe button. Well, we've come to card number five or question number five. And that question is, what can inner dragon teach humans? I love this. The deck is the Dream Dust Shamanic tarot deck by Susie Kovacs, who's now Susie Bellamy. Uh, these cards are so gorgeous. Here's the back of it. And this is the card. It's number 12, and it's at the perspective. And the number 12 is the, ay, ay, ay. It just came to me, the major arcana. So this number 12 is similar to the hangman card in the Rider-Waite deck. Perspective is what it's all about. And I love that this is what Inner Dragon is seeing in humans, in humanity, that each of us have our own perspective of things. This is something that came in very early in my learnings, in my teachings, is to change our perspective, to take a look at things differently. We take a look at things as remember I was saying in a previous video that our inner child has this big role that it's assumed of protecting us even as an adult. And so we're still reacting as a child. So we can see things from that perspective, even though we don't know that that's what's actually going on. So we're also asked to look at it from a mother's perspective, a sister's perspective, a sibling's perspective, a teacher's perspective, a boss, a human, all these different perspectives, a woman, a man, a child, whatever the case is, a senior, right? That's something that's been coming through very, very powerful for me of late is these realizations as I'm working with my inner dragon of where things that are coming up. How do I say this? I've been working with the inner dragon doing workshops of late quite recently. And even in the 30-minute workshops, as we go back to an age, and the age is very individual. So I've gone back to 5 and 6 years of age. And in doing that, um, I have witnessed things that I now have a better understanding of how they affected me as I grew into a teenager, as a young adult, as a middle-aged adult, and I'm not going to claim seniorhood yet, even though I am 60. I'm living life to the fullest, right? Anyway, it's perspective. That's what the inner dragon is really here to help us with. It can teach us on how to change our perspective. That's our thoughts, that's our mindset, that's the words that we're using, that's the recognizing old habits, creating new habits. This is what the inner dragon is really here helping us with. And we are so individual. It's so interesting because I usually don't read the bottoms of the cards, and yet the first words on the bottom of this card is an unusual perspective. And I listened to a podcast recently where this woman was in a car accident and went to another space, another realm, another dimension, and it was so magical. It was unlike ours because we are a 3D world, and most of us are living in that third dimension. We tend to want to have the things that are around us, like the curtain that's here, the glasses on my face, clothes on my body, the table that the computer's on. That's 3D. The going into the fifth dimension and higher, there's no material objects like that. It's this energy instead. But humans are capable of tapping into that. And we have this beautiful, unusual dynamic of being able to experience that. You may have heard of other beings that haven't experienced humanness, haven't experienced going through these emotions, haven't experienced this having a material life, whatever that looks like. And so that's one of the things that Inner Dragon can really help us with is looking at things in a very unusual way from what we're normally used to, or whatever wants to unfold with that. Resting in the fullness of life. That's that inner peace, that love of oneself really coming in deeply. That's what that inner dragon can help teach us is how do we start to love ourselves? I created with my divine guidance's help, my team, two mantras, the I am open mantra, the I am love mantra. Those two mantras changed my life. Learning how to use them on a day-to-day basis changed my life. It's what I teach other people. It's what I help them with because I see the incredible you in you, and I would love for you to see the incredible you in you. And that's what I am here to do is to help work you through to find yourself. This isn't for me, it's for you, right? So it's like really understanding how you come into that. Right now, we're some of us might be resting a lot. That's that pause before the next big shift. Today, while I'm recording this, it's 4:20. There's a big conjunction of planets and things happening this evening, and lots of energy is moving. I was put into a position where I had to get a hotel for 2 nights. I'm traveling. I thought I was going to be with my husband at home tonight. This is my second night in a hotel. It's not happening, right? There's a reason for this big pause. It was so I could come in and really learn more about the inner dragon, not only for myself, but for you as well. And it's a unique way of seeing things. Highly recommend you go check out the video before this, question 4, because I literally show you how I took a walk and the things that came up during the walk and how I interpret them with the inner dragon's assistance. So perspective is massively huge and how we look at things. That's what the deck of cards box looks like, the Dream Dust Shamanic Tarot. I believe Sue is probably printing more of these, or you can request that she prints more. I got probably in on the first or second printing of them. I think it was the first printing of them back in 2017. Um, the card itself is very magical. And what I love about this is I've been sharing her deck of cards, a card each week under the Tuesday Tarots. And first of all, I love this on the back because it's like an eyeball of a dragon, is what the energy of it feels like for me now at different times in my experience over the last 7 years with this deck, this thing may have looked different to me, but right now it's looking like the eye of a dragon, and it just feels very, very powerful. Also, too, I recommend when you use this deck that you're changing how you're looking at the deck. What's coming up for you as I change the dynamics of where it's sitting, right? Like to me, this is like a bird energy. This looks like a bear energy or a wolf energy. This looks like a pillar of strength coming up, right? There's so many different ways, so many different perspectives of life. And that's what this inner dragon is really bringing up, what it's helping to teach us as we go through this. So I'll also tell you what's written in her book about this. It turns conventional thinking on its head. So the inner dragon is here to help teach us a totally different way from the way that we've been taught and told to do things. I know that I'm breaking the cycle for mega women in my family. I am the first person in my family, male or female, I believe, to walk the path that I'm walking, to teach about the inner child, to teach about the inner dragon, to connect in with the inner dragons or all dragons the way that I am. So um, there's a breath, a beat in time, a moment of suspension where the wisdom relaxes and the intuition of other possibilities is revealed. Ask the questions. Ask the questions, okay? Rest in the fullness of a life lived thus far, the things you've experienced. This is inner dragon has been walking with you the entire way. It's really beautiful. So do away with your unproductive thoughts, your half measures, and the hanging threads that are all around you. Look with fresh eyes, new light, and see anew. Very, very powerful card. Thank you.